Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to Unit 11, Lesson 8. Today we're going to be practicing all of those really cool things we've learned with decimal numbers. First, we're going to apply these skills we've learned to real-world situations or applications. Now, keep in mind that we use decimals all the time when measuring things, but especially when we deal with money. This says Samantha has a quarter, a dime, and 2 pennies in her pocket. Well, hold on here just a minute. I need to make a copy of that and paste. So we have 2 pennies actually involved. Beautiful. What decimal part of a dollar does she have? All right, so you know that a quarter is equal to 25 cents. A dime is equal to 10 cents. And 2 pennies are equal to 2 cents, 2 out of 100 or 2 hundredths. So first, let's add the 25 cents plus 10 cents. So far we are at 35 cents. And then if I add 2 pennies to that, that would give me, 2 more cents, which would be 37 cents. So what decimal part of a dollar does she have? She has 37 hundredths of a dollar. The next one says, today the grade 4 runners ran 71 kilometers. The grade 6 runners ran 675 thousandths kilometers. Which team ran farther? Ooh, well, let's compare. 71 hundredths compared to 675 thousandths. Now, hold up. It looks right away like grade 6 ran more because of the longer number. But take a look at that tenths place. 7 is bigger than 6. So grade 4 actually ran farther. And you could use the zero trick add-on to the end of a decimal, which doesn't change its value. And then you can clearly see 710, way bigger than 675. You go, grade 4. So they ran further. All right, this next situation says, Oliver is building a patio with flat stones. He has decided to use only stones that are between 75 hundredths and 9/10 meters across. Below is a list of the measurements of the stones he has gathered so far. Check the ones he can use. Okay, so we want numbers in between 75 hundredths and 9/10 or 90 hundredths. Okay, so could he use the rock that's 79 hundredths? Well, it's after 75 but before 90, so yes, he could use the 79 hundredths rock. All right, could he use the rock that's 91 hundredths? Ooh, 91 is bigger than 90, so that's too big. So that is a no-go. Let's check the next one. 8/10. Oh, well, that would come after 75 hundredths because this would be like 80. Whoa. Got a little too excited. 80 hundredths. And it would be less than 90 hundredths. So, yes, he can use that rock. The next one, 706. Okay, so 0. 7 matches so far. So far, so good. Ooh, 0 smaller than 5. Sorry, rock. You're just a little too small. See you later. What about this one? 87 hundredths. Okay, so it's bigger than the 7, but less than the 9. So would it fit in the middle? It would. This rock will work. The next one is 74 hundredths. Oh, that's just barely too small, but it won't work. So we checked off 3 rocks that would work for his patio. The next one is, Chad is 1 78 hundredths meters tall. His friend Rob is 1 8/10 meters tall. And his friend Brent is 1 735 thousandths. Wow, he measures to the exact meters tall. Make a chart showing their heights rounded to the nearest hundredth. List the rounded heights in order from tallest to shortest. Holy mackerel, we have lots of steps. Okay, first let's list their heights. So we have 1 78 hundredths. There's Chad. Rob is 1 8/10. and Brent is 1 and 735 thousandths. The first thing we have to do is make a chart showing their heights rounded to the nearest hundredth. So underline the hundredths place. Oh, there's nothing there. So we'll put a 0 and hundredths place. Okay. Remember, I used my trick to figure that out. So we have 803. All right, so if we're rounding, we have to look next door. Uh-oh. Some of these numbers don't have anything next door, so you can imagine there being a 0. Brent has one, though. All right, so Chad, unfortunately, that 0 is not going to bump up your 8. So Chad's height is going to stay at, we'll put the rounded ones in red, rounded red, 1 and 78 hundredths. Rob's, same deal. The 0 is not going to do anything to a 0, so Rob's is 1 and 80 hundredths. But Brent has some action here. 5 is going to bump it up because 5 is a strong number. It'll bump that 3 up to a 4. So Brent's rounded height is 1 and 74 hundredths. So now we need to put them in order from tallest to shortest. So tallest is going to be the largest. So they're all 1, 1, 1. So we got to go next to the tenths place. Ooh, 7 versus an 8 versus a 7. 8's the biggest one so far. So Rob, you're the tallest at 1 and 80 hundredths. Then let's go cross him off so I don't get it mixed up. Okay, so then I was noticing that 7 and 7 match. So now I have to look at the hundredths place. 8 versus 4. All right, well, 8's bigger than 4. So Mr. Chad is the next tallest at 1 and 78 hundredths. Which leaves Brent as the shortest of the gang. Nothing wrong with that. I was always the shortest of my gang, too, at 1 and 74 hundredths. Okay, 4th graders, this time we're going to follow the directions for each number. We'll start, though, with the original number each time. Our original number, if I use my handy-dandy decimal trick, I can read it easily here. Ooh, we're in the thousandths place. So this is 25 and 468 thousandths. So the first direction says to make the number a tenth more. Okay, so let's first go back and underline the tenths place, which is the 4. You can see that using my trick. Put the 1 under the decimal, 1 0 for 10, so 4 is in the tenths place. If I'm going to make that number just 1/10 more, that would mean all the other numbers stay the same, but the 4 increases to a 5. So my new number would be 25 and 568 thousandths. Woohoo! Now keep in mind the directions did say I have to go back to the original number each time, so I'm going to erase my work from before. All right, next it says decrease the digit, which is a fancy word for the number, in the thousandths place by 1. Okay, so let's find the thousandths place using my trick. So 1, need my zeros to make the number 1,000th. All right, so the 8 is in the thousandths place. And it said to decrease. That's a fancy term for make less or go down. So I need to decrease it by 1. Well, go down 1. 8 minus 1 would be 7. So I'd leave all the other numbers alone. I'm just working with that thousandths place. So everything stays the same until that 8 becomes a 7. So the new number is 25 and 467 thousandths. Okay, so again, I have to go back to the original number. So let's get rid of my work from before. And now it says increase the digit, or make it bigger, the number, in the ones place by 1. Ones place. Okay, so the ones place is right before the decimal, so that 5. So I need to increase it by 1, so that 5 will bump to a 6. The rest of the numbers stay the same. We just changed the 5 to a 6. So now it's 26 and 468 thousandths. Erase my work from before and try the next one. Make the number 1, and this is 100th. Oops, get my number in the right spot. 100th less. Okay, so let's find the hundredths place first. Oh, okay, so the 6 is in the hundredths place. And if I'm making it less, it needs to go down 1. So because it's down 1, it told me 1/100th less. So that would be 5. So my new number, leave the rest alone, becomes 25 and 458 thousandths now. For your ticket, 4th graders, I'd like you to go back to the original number and try these last 2 puzzles. Good luck.